Los Angeles, Los Angeles. So as why is it so awkward? No, just hey, it's such an awkward thing. Oh, you can change the time. That's easier. Okay, see how this goes, eh? See how this goes, eh? Hey, you. I've got a thing. Uh, I need to turn the sound up, but so I can't hear it. Do that. Loving is easy. You got me fucked up. Alright. Okay, let's go. With a stupid cursor. Boom. Alright, change view, it's stupid, it's annoying, put it over. Alright, here we go. Easy, nice and easy. Here we go. We're just gonna hop into this quickly, get in the air, and then we'll zoom some changes. Yeah, done that. Easy. Do a good map or something. That's what's that? That's the road. I don't want to go out. I don't want to keep going out. Alright, can scripts with it, can scripts with it, can scripts with it. Can you look at a map? You go over there to Los Angeles. I'll see, let's just go engine. Okay. Okay. This. We're just testing the waters. We're just testing the waters. Alright. There we go, we're flying. Zooming. We're zooming. So let's talk, eh? Let's talk about these interesting topics. Let's talk about learning. Because that's fun stuff. So what we got? Okay, well, let's do this first. I need to enter this first. Just press on the cursor. Oh, AI roll cursor active. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? View this map. View a file map. There we go. Okay. NCC. What is it? File map? Okay. Basic thing. Oh, that's cool, man. That's not very similar. Anyway, let's go from the top. Blue taxonomy. That's quite boring actually. Let's start with the zone of proximal development. Basically, what we're looking at there is kind of it looks at the area. This is obviously really boring, but I just kind of a bit fancy talking about it for some reason. And also I don't really remember it, so I'm kind of gonna go by and see what I do remember, and it should be quite interesting to see what I remember from my dissertation. So on the right, you've got the zone of proximal development, which basically you're looking at kind of I think it's say in like a classroom environment. This kind of looks at how obviously doesn't want to say out loud how other students or tutors around you kind of help in your learning. So say if you're by yourself and you've got no kind of outside stimulus, maybe. So you kind of just by yourself, and if you have a problem, like, if you have a problem, then you kind of fucked. Um, kind of work out by yourself, which you should aim to do, but kind of the aim of this is so to have people around that can help you with things, whether it's things that they also don't know or are not sure on, in which case you can collaborate, or in other cases it might be a tutor, in which case they can kind of straight up tell you what it is that you are looking to do or you need to do. See what Santa Monica just is just telling me the place rather than I don't think it is Santa Monica. That's where is that where it just come from? Oh, okay, that is an airport. There's an airport at Santa Monica. But I'll go with it. I want to get a fly bloke on. Get a fly bloke on. Get a fly bloke on. I want to see a map. What they're doing. Okay, let's wait for it. Oh, okay. I see GPS tracker. Can I zoom out as well? I see what GPS tracker. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting used to this shit. Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that. Nice one. Alright. We'll head towards whatever where it is then, I guess. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't know. So yeah, in a classroom, they optimally you'd want to group up. I think kind of what I got at in my dissertation was the idea of grouping up uh, students that varied in ability. So you kind of get the weaker students get help from the stronger students, and well, I guess the stronger students don't get much, but they kind of they get to help the weaker students, which in turn kind of uh, helps them, I suppose. I guess. Well, is anything else? This is inputs, yeah, and then I cannot do. Learning cannot do, learning can do. Yeah, so okay, basically what I was saying is that resilient development is between what a learner can do and what a learner can do, what a learner can't do. Yeah, okay, I don't know. Shut up, boring. Types of learning, I think that is the other one, the top right, which basically is looking at kind of the ways in which students learn best. So you've got visual, auditory, reading and writing, and aesthetic there. I feel like there's another one. I'm not too sure. To say kinesthetic is more hands-on approach at learning. So say you might have props or something in the classroom, which is what the main thing. Well, my dissertation like the aim was to include everything, but kinesthetic learning was like a big part of it because it was using playing cards. Smash West Hollywood quick. Then we've got reading and writing. It's kind of your pretty basic stuff. Is your note taking and then reading back your notes. I suppose most people do that. That's probably the most common learning style, and one that even people who may excel more in the other learning styles kind of will do or have to do, I suppose, because that's kind of note taking, like in lectures and stuff. And then if it would be visual, as kind of any visual stimulus, I suppose, could be similar to kinesthetic, but not necessarily hands-on. But you might have props again, but instead of using them, you're just kind of looking at them. Um, so I don't know. Again, probably the best. I mean, obviously the best example for that is just like a video, watching a video in the classroom. About a subject, say, which which, to be fair, uh, happens quite a lot in both in school and in uni. We watch videos, kind of describing different topics and that relate to different topics, which I assume we used for that purpose. Auditory, pretty well self-explanatory again. Pretty self-explanatory. Explanatory. Once again, just listening. Which kind of ties into reading and writing because no, it doesn't, does it? Maybe writing because you might listen. It doesn't really, does it? But yeah. So instead of watching something, you would listen to something. So like listen to a lecture. I suppose different to visual, you kind of don't have to concentrate on some sort of visual stimulus and you're kind of concentrating on just listening and I guess note taking. I would have thought would be the aim there really. Do I have? Yeah, just land. So yeah, that's all. They're never Bloom's taxonomy. This one I'm a bit confused on, to be honest. What's the bottom one? But remember, so yeah, this is kind of the idea kind of work your way up with Bloom's taxonomy to reach a good level of understanding of whatever topic it is that you are doing. So bottom one is what remembering. So yeah, that's simply if you're sitting in class and you're told something and you kind of just remember it, as just as well, I guess you can't. We look at understanding as well. So instead of so remember it, but you might not understand the meaning behind it, which is kind of a big part of my dissertation, was looking at kind of giving people understanding behind things rather than just giving them facts for them to regurgitate, is the kind of thing that a lecturer would say on that matter. Then what applies? So yeah, once you understand it, understanding, kind of understanding how you might get from point A to point B. So rather than kind of following, like writing down an equation, you want to understand how you got from the start to end of that equation. Applying, I think, would be now you know how to get point A to point B of one equation, then if you were tasked with a similar equation, you'd be able to use that knowledge and apply it, and hopefully successfully complete a similar task, I guess. Next one, analyze. I mean, these top three, kind of not too sure. Analyze. So, that little pod did this thing for a wee sec. And let's go back up to see the same. Analyze. Real connections mode is. Yeah, okay. So. Yeah, alright. So apply. So you might apply. Applying maybe. Yeah. So you might have a question that's kind of exactly the same as a question you've learned. So you could apply what you know to that question because it's simply changing the numbers I suppose. But was it analysed? Analysing would be more breaking down each different part, and so you can use these different ideas in order to help in questions that may be similar but not the same sort of thing. I think evaluate. Oh, is this a thing? Yeah. Will it justify the stance? I mean, yeah, that's just kind of. I guess it's pretty more understanding, like justifying it, being able to explain why something happens or how something happens. It's the wrong way. I might take another round. It's the wrong way, actually. I don't know how you land. Do you just land or what? It's a learning experience. It's a learning experience for everyone. Okay. So yeah, justify it. So kind of proving that you know what you mean. But yeah, I think that's kind of building an understanding, I suppose. Because you just want to, kind of at this stage, you want to be able to teach it yourself, let's say. I wasn't going to stall there, was I? Possibly. I don't know. Maybe. This is so confusing. Scary. Yeah, and then top one is create, I think. Again, I'm a little bit confused on what does it say? Produce new original work. Yeah, I mean, maybe not as used in the classroom, but maybe a teacher or a tutor might. That's kind of more applicable for, because hopefully at that point they've kind of built up the whole pyramid, they understand it all, and then they can go on to kind of create a task that fits all the criteria for what they're trying to teach, I suppose. Kind of that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Makes sense. That makes sense, doesn't it? That makes sense for sure. Alright, can I? Oh, I'll just feel like I'm scared. I'm scared. So yeah, that's all fun. I'm blocking them up, I realise, on the screen. But there's nothing, I mean, there's nothing interesting to see there really. It's another player now, actually. Let's see it. Where's it? Look, kind of lower. I'm scared. Or is he really far away? Was he this way? I'm not confused. I'm gonna try and turn around anyway and get around him. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this should be good. Let's start. I'll just say. Yeah, that's everything really. But yeah, I quite enjoyed talking about this. I didn't enjoy learning it. Well, it was alright to be fair. It's fine. I think it's a very interesting topic, learning and all the different bits that go into it. Obviously, this is not an interesting video, but I've had a nice talk. I've enjoyed my talking. Um, so yeah, I might do it again. Might look through my bits and see what else there is to talk about. Why not turning now? Turn straight in. This is not that fucking well, realistically. I'm scared. We're gonna try and land it here. I haven't really played this before, so I don't really. Reduce airspeed. How do I reduce airspeed? How was I supposed to just fuck? Oh man. Right. Oh no. I was gonna do it, mate. I'm just gonna do it. No, I didn't fucking do it. Fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay, we're good, man. We're good. Anyway. I got. Ah, fuck, I don't know. How do you exit block on? I don't know what. I don't know what that thing. It says I don't reduce the airspeed, but I don't know how you do it. You press A. Press B. Yeah, okay. Let's do this now. But now I haven't got the fucking map on, so I don't know where I'm going. But yeah, there's all sorts of cool shit, like constructivism. That's the only one I can think of. That was the main one. And it was all the blokes that did all the stuff. Who came up with all these ideas on how's best to teach. It is all very interesting, but as part of as part of a maths course, it's not the most mathy, but I was fine with it. Fucking go this way. We're gonna do this, lads. We're gonna do it. What is it? Constructivism? I don't know, but there's all the blokes that do it. I don't know. She's supposed to be doing it. Yeah, I will, but I'm not lined up with the runway. Shit. No. No! Oh no. Dude. Well, that was all for nothing. Oh well. Um, hope that was fun. Oh, shut up. See you on the other side, I guess.